What's up, YouTube? Rocking with your boy Progress P. You watching Real Food for Thought. I want to thank God for waking me up to see another day. I want to pray that I see many, many more. God bless everybody too, man. God bless everybody, man. God sure blessed me a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give it up for God, bro. I've been so blessed, bro. Some people might think I've been lucky. Man, I know I've been blessed, bro. I can't give it to man. Shout out to God. Man, shout out to MKH. That's Mel's Creative Hands. For those of y'all who don't know what MKH is, that's Mel's Creative Hands. Dog. Go on Facebook and type that in. MKH. Mel's Creative Hands. Dog. They do t-shirts, they do hats, they do bed spreads, dog, curtains. Whatever you want, bro, they can do it, bro. Custom made everything, bro. Man, they got some fire artistry going on over there, bro. They talented, bro. You definitely won't see your stuff on anything else. They do business logos and everything. That's where my logo is gonna come from, as a matter of fact, for my channel. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. Look, don't sleep on it. MKH, y'all. They got some nice stuff. And this was from the beginning, like I said, bro. They doing wine glasses, coffee mugs, dog, you name it, bro. They probably doing car interior by now. MKH, y'all, Mel's Creative Hands. Check it out on Facebook. It's gonna come right up. I'm about to show y'all a little bit of the merchandise that I have pictures of. I have. Anyway, back to the operation. Some of the very first few things they did, but they got so much more merchandise now, bro. So much more artistry, bro. So much. Bro, y'all gotta go check that out. Don't sleep on that. Yeah, man. I'm gonna show y'all what I have, and the little stuff I have. Like I said, bro, I wish I could get the rest of the pics of all the merchandise they have, but I did this. I didn't want them to know I was gonna do this shout out, so I had to do it with what I have. So shout out to MKH, bro. That was long overdue. God bless y'all, man. Keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. And y'all got some fire, bro. Keep putting that out there. That's fire. Yeah. So what we gonna talk about today is, man, a lot of people think that we're being unreasonable when we refuse to go to the doctor. Black folks I'm talking about when I say we. My wife, for instance, is a person who was petrified of the doctor. She would not go see the doctor for nothing in the world. My wife been sick over 2 years, like really nauseated all the time, throwing up all the time. You know, she's epileptic also. So this other thing that was going on was kind of triggering the epilepsy too. So my wife's been going through it for a long time, and she's been so afraid to go to the doctor. And I've been trying to push her to go to the doctor. I mean, it was so bad that we used to fight about this a lot, about her not going to the doctor and going to take care of herself, because I need her here. So, and she is doing that. Shout out to you, baby, for doing your thing. I'm glad you got over that hump. I'm glad you visiting the doctor like you're supposed to. We're gonna make it through this thing. So, yeah, man, shout out to the wife. But anyway, she was scared to go to the doctor because she had a bad experience in her childhood. When she went to the doctor, she was mistreated by a racist doctor. And, you know, she got pregnant when she was young, like 17. And she got married early, too. I think she got married at 17, maybe 18. Because, you know, she came from a family that believed in, you know, you had to be married. You know, you couldn't just shack up. So, yeah. Anyway, so she was married before me. Anyway, she had that bad experience with the doctor. When she went to have the baby, they were trying to stick her in the back, give her an epidural or whatever it is. I hope I pronounced that right. But they stuck her a lot of times and they mistreated her. She said they talked to her bad, they were mean. And you know how, I mean, come on, man. Everybody knows how it feels when somebody doesn't like you. You know how it feels when somebody is just detest you. You know, when you can feel that in the air, man. When you walk in the place and you just hate it, you know. So anyway, they mistreated her, and she never got over it. And also, I think she was also afraid to hear that she might have had a terminal illness or whatever. So a lot of, just fear kept her from going to the doctor. But that wasn't the whole reason she wouldn't go. She was also afraid of just what the news might be also. So with that being said, I don't want to blame it all on the fact that she was afraid of racist doctors, but that was a part of it. So with that being said, a lot of people think we're unreasonable. I was having a conversation with one of my white partners one day, and he comes from a different walk of life, man. Good dude, you know what I'm saying? I never sensed no racism in him or nothing like that, man. And we talk about a lot of stuff. So anyway, we were talking about getting vaccinated, getting your kids vaccinated and taking flu shots or whatever. And I told him I never take flu shots. And I told him if it wasn't for school, I probably wouldn't take my kids to get vaccinated either, because I don't trust the doctors. And he thought I was like he thought that was crazy. He was like, man, that's kind of crazy, Pat. And the way he said it, I didn't feel like he was a racist who was looking at me like I was playing the black card. I just think he came from a different walk of life, and he just didn't understand how I could feel like that. But that's how it is. If you come from a place where the police are always trying to help you, the police will stop the car and help you get your cat out the tree. If you come from a place like that, you can't understand somebody who comes from a place where the police are hunting you down. You see what I'm saying? So a person, let's say you're walking down the street with a person who feels like the police is hunting them down versus the person who's comfortable with the police officer. The person who's comfortable would think that the person who's afraid is totally unreasonable, totally paranoid, just tripping, basically. But it's not unreasonable. And this video that I'm about to watch, that I'm about to show you, it just goes to show you how scary it is, man, when you go to the doctor and the doctor is not of the same ethnicity as you are, and you don't know what they're thinking, you don't know how they feel. All you know is you have to trust this person going inside of your body. You have to trust this person administering different medicines to you. You have to trust this person to give you the correct dosage, not to hurt you. You have to trust this person to give you the correct medications. You have to trust this person not to put an air bubble in you. I mean, that's a scary thing, man. But again, if you don't come from, you can't really judge a person unless you walked in their shoes, unless you come from where they come from, unless you've been through what they've been through. You can't understand it. And let's just watch this video, and hopefully, maybe some people have a better understanding of how real it is out here, how real racism is, and how dangerous it is. And it's crazy. It's dangerous. It's real. And it's alive and thriving. It's everywhere. This country is pervaded with racism. You know what I'm saying? It's pervaded with racism. It's so prevalent. It's almost hopeless. I can't even imagine in America without racism, unless, well, I could, but that's gonna take hundreds of years. Like, we got a lot of interracial couples now, so maybe hundreds and hundreds of years down the line, you might have so much interracial relationships and so many multinational people that racism probably won't be a thing anymore. But then they'll start fighting about complexion, tall, short, fat, slim, big, small. So I don't know, man. We just gotta get it together, people, bro. It's just in our nature to just hate each other. It's in our nature to just, stereotype, profile, and it's not cool. Every white man out there is not a white supremacist. Every black man out there is not a gangbanger and a thug, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the video, y'all. Tell me what you think about it. Before this video start, F racism. And if you're a racist, F you too. To all my white partners that want to see me make it, dog, shout out to y'all, dog. I know who you are. You heard me? Like I said, every white man ain't no racist, and every black man ain't no gangbanger, and no, you know what I'm saying, all that stereotyping and profiling. It ain't cool. It's not cool. It's not cool, period. It's not cool at all. Anyway, let's get to it, though.
Exist of pejorative terms about people of other cultures? Yes. Including African American or black people? Yes. Including Hispanic? Yes. Including Jewish people? Yes. Including people who are overweight? Yes. Are these kinds of negative comments appropriate to make about children with Down syndrome?
Objection, son?
We say a lot of inappropriate stuff. All joking around. Not proud of some of the things that I've said before, but okay, then read it out loud for me, please. Sure.
Dissing people with Down syndrome. How, bro? Like I said, see that that racism, that type of hate, that's a special type of hatred, and that's a special type of evil. That shit, that's some deep, deep, deep hatred right there, bro. That's devilish. That type of hatred is just devilish. Just hating people just because you're fat, just because you're Jewish, just because you're Mexican, just because you're black, just because you're Down syndrome. Who's got control over however they come out? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Whitey, the advantages of being a white man can never be matched. All hail Whitey. Christian is like the Guatemalans of Hispanic people, bottom feeders. And what is meant by
the advantages of a white man can never be matched, coming from a white supremacist? Now, if I say that, I'd be playing the black card. Y'all know the black card, you know. That's what, if I was to say the privileges of a white man could never be matched in America, I would be unreasonable in playing the black card. But it's true. And like I said, bro, look, bro, if you're not look, if the shoe fit, lace it up. If the shoe doesn't fit, it doesn't apply to you. But I can't, like I said, F racism.
thumbs up in white and the thumbs down in black? Joking around, I'm sure. But what's the symbolic meaning? I'm lost on that one. Does that mean white people good, black people bad? Thumbs down? I don't remember. You would agree with me, would you not, that that comment's improper? Inappropriate, yes. Not proud of it. Okay. The comments that are attributed to you in these text messages that come from the from your phone number include old Jewish women with cancer are my Memorial City specialty. Fat black girls are too. Then there's the term nigger. And then there's the comment, did you cut a check for nigger Chris Smith? Did he say anything else? Then you say golf and baseball are rich white man's and poor Latinos sport. Hoops are for niggers and white guys that don't have enough eye-hand coordination to hit a baseball or golf ball. Then you say white niggers taking care of business tonight. Are you tracking me? Am I saying anything incorrect about reading from these statements? A lot of inappropriate locker room talk that I'm not proud of.
That's just locker room talk, y'all. It's just inappropriate locker room talk that he's not proud of. Oh, okay. It's over. Should he really be a doctor's assistant? Like, imagine me bringing my kids to him and he's the one who's got to put the IV in their arms. And, you know, he's missing the vein. And I start getting angry. You know, I'm thinking he's causing my kids pain on purpose. And, you know, he might come in the room with a bad attitude, just being mean and ugly. And if I think he's doing that because I'm black, I'd be playing the race card. Or I'd be totally unreasonable if I assume that. But, I mean, how do you... If he doesn't just walk up to you and say, hey, man, I hate you because you're a nigger. How am I supposed to determine if I'm hated or not? How am I supposed to determine if I'm safe or not? You see what I'm saying? If, if I gotta wait for somebody to come spell it out to me like that, then how am I supposed? Come on, man, that's just not reasonable. That's not reasonable.
So, despite all of these comments in these documents, you are maintaining that you are not racist. Correct. Is it your belief that others who share your love of athletics routinely use this kind of commentary?
Objection form.
Is it your experience that they do? In my experience, yes. Will you be able to produce after this deposition text messages and emails from your friends who say things like this?
Objection form.
Can you draw a swastika?
Objection form.
I don't remember. Take your best shot, Alex.
Objection
Take your best
form.
shot.
Objection form.
Do I have to draw?
You said you don't remember.
I don't remember.
You don't remember shit, huh? I know. Can't remember. Go dig it up. Get it out your phone.
Thank you. 28 has the words drop your...
I don't see why the dude who was conducting the interview didn't tell him, man, go get it out your phone. Go retrieve that out of your phone for me. I got time. I got a minute. Go ahead and get that for me. But,
Suit against Anthony, nigger lover 80.
he is on his ass, though. He is on his ass. I got to give him that. He is on his ass, though.
8 with 2 swastikas. Is that your handiwork, sir?
Objection form.
Never seen this before.
Drop your suit. Anthony, nigger lover, 80.
You
Wow.
get text messages from friends that use that term? Sure. Are they employed by Memorial Hermann Hospital? I'd have to look at my phone. Do you have friends at Memorial Hermann that in fact use that same kind of language? I'd have to look at my phone. What about to look at my phone? What about at Team Health? I'd have to look at my phone. Well, you're not denying that you do, so my question is, how could your reputation at Memorial Hermann be harmed by your using that kind of terminology if your friends there also use that same kind of terminology?
Objection.
The whole staff, I'm not going to say the whole staff, but you got multiple people running around all in the same hospital who share the same sentiments as he does. They all have the same feelings in common. They're all white supremacy. They all find those racist jokes funny. They all find it funny to put graffiti on the wall and terrorize somebody who actually likes somebody that's black. That's another thing too that I didn't speak on. White people, well, I did in one of my videos. I was talking about how they call them nigger lovers. White people who intertwine with black people, they get treated like, basically like they're black also. They call them nigger lovers. And that's what he had spray painted on the wall. It looked like blood. But yeah, nigger lover. I don't know who he was talking to, but just rewind it and look at it when you get a chance. But yeah, man, that's crazy. If a white person stood up for a black person, or even if a white person just was friends with a black person, you nigger lover, they'll make their life hell too. So white people who weren't racist still had to kind of stay away from black people because they could get hurt. Man, that's crazy. That's just, man, that take a special type of hatred and special type of evil. It's like, can't even explain it, man. I can't, it's reprobated. That's just, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Form.
I'd have to look back at my phone to look at exact messages and emails. When you use the term Canadians in a pejorative sense, what do you mean? That is a reference to African Americans, I believe. Why are they called Canadians? I don't know. So, some of your comments in Simon Deposition Exhibit 21 include, I want to be on the boat right now. This is on page summary pages. 4, beautiful Saturday like today, and I'm in the fucking ER taking care of Mexicans and Canadians. Could you be Mexicans and African Americans? Most likely. Is that, to you, a pejorative term, like nigger? Inappropriate comments. Was Dr. Mike, excuse my pronunciation, Heyman or Heeman, a doctor who signed your charts? At some point, yes. How about Jordan Smith? At some point, yes. How do you know Dr. Gary Horn? We grew up together, went to college together. When was the last time you saw him? It's been a while. Several months at least. Does he engage in the same kind of locker room talk that you do? Yes. How about...
Look at it, ratting on everybody too. Ratting on everybody. Yes, he does it too. Jimmy does it too. Tommy does it too. You little snake, you little weasel.
Dr. Mike Heeman, does he do it too? Yes.
Yeah, tell
So
it
he
all.
uses the same kind of terminology we've just described in your exhibit? I'd have to look at my phone to see exactly what we've said in the past, but yes, to some extent. How about Dr. Jordan Smith? Yes. And so, you should have text messages, I take it, from Gary Horn and Jordan Smith and Mike Heeman using the same kind of pejorative descriptions of other cultures in those text messages. Do I have to say the words, or can we agree that they use those same kinds of words? Possibly. I'd have to look back at all the messages. Have you guys been hunting lately? No. Fishing? Not for several months. Do you view them as the same as family members? Very good friends. Is it certification or licensure or registration would be the right term to describe your physician's assistant occupation and ability to do that work governmentally? What would you call that? I have a PA license and then I'm nationally certified. Okay, so you have a physician's assistant's license issued by whom? Texas Medical Board. And what is it you have that's issued nationally? A national certification of physician assistants. Do either of these organizations have ethical rules? I'm sure they do. Are you familiar with those ethical rules? Some of them. Do those ethical rules forbid your disparaging patients? I'd have to take a look at the rules. So you don't know? Not for certain. Is it okay, for example, in Simon Deposition Exhibit 21, and you can look at GeoWell 0000291 in that exhibit, when you say, something like that, too damn many man, and you're referring to Mexicans and Canadians, which meant black Americans, or African American individuals. Are those kind of comments inconsistent with the ethical requirements of your profession?
Objection of course.
Sounds like just locker room talk, guys joking around. Well, that may be, but it's...
Locker room talk. Guys joking around. All right.
Directly inquiring of you about your medical services, and you're commenting on who you treated, your patients, you're describing your patients. Is that acceptable to the ethical boards of the Texas Medical Board and the national version of that, who issues your licensure? You'd have to ask them. You'd have to ask them. Let's talk again about your understanding of your ethical and moral requirements as a physician's assistant. Before you can dispense medication, to make sure I understand your testimony, you have to have actually physically examined the person to whom you are going to dispense medication, right?
Objection of form.
I'd have to look at the exact Texas Medical Board rules. You don't know the answer to that? I don't know all the rules.
I wouldn't want him dispensing my medication. I damn sure wouldn't want him working on my wife or my children. No, indeed. No, indeed, bro. He should not be allowed to be a doctor or a doctor's assistant anywhere.
Texas Medical Board is a lengthy document. Have you had any communications with any representatives of Memorial Hermann Hospital or Team Health, for that matter, about Mr. communications to them?
Yes.
And can you tell me with whom and on what dates and what was said?
I can't tell you what dates. I'd have to look back at the records. One name that sticks out is Team Health. Her name is Paige Miller.
And you had a conversation with her?
Emails. Mainly emails.
And what was the content of those emails, if you can paraphrase?
She sent me an email when she was notified by Memorial Hermann about the communications. That was after the fact that I guess Team Health HR department had a discussion with my supervisors and administration about whether to terminate me or not.
And what was their decision?
They chose not to at this time.
Have you spoken to either you initiating or them initiating anyone else since these allegations, since these emails?
The management had to be okay with the racism too. I mean, they chose not to fire him, dude. Management chose not to terminate him.
Perhaps verbal statements by Memorial Hermann were made about those statements.
Yes, my supervisor's boss,
And who was that?
Andrea Lowe.
Also with Team Health?
Correct.
And when was that conversation?
Since I think last summer.
Can you describe the substance of that conversation?
It was regarding the content of the communications sent by me and the discussions about the repercussions of those communications.
Can you be more specific?
They thought about terminating me, but at that moment they decided not to, since they said I was an upstanding person and employee.
Okay. Did they issue any new restrictions on your employment?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Did they tell you they were going to reduce your salary or compensation as a result?
Not that I'm aware of.
They didn't put any restrictions on his employment after that. They never changed anything, put any restrictions on his employment. They still allowed him to dispense medication, to still physically examine people. No restrictions. No disciplinary actions whatsoever. No decrease in pay. No punishment whatsoever. And he was clearly terrorizing somebody with the spray paint on the graffiti, calling somebody a nigger lover. But the graffiti on the wall, you know, that's a form of terrorizing people. You know, leaving your little signs everywhere. And they did nothing about none of that. That's crazy.
Did they put you on any kind of suspension or probation?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's okay. We'll guide each other down this tunnel. You show me how to disrespect property and con people on the streets, and I'll show you good old-fashioned Southern racism. That was referring to you, wasn't it? As a good old-fashioned Southern racist.
Sounds like I was joking around. Don't make fun of my Canadian hand. Hey. Help me, I've been working at Memorial Hermann Southwest too long. Don't make fun of my Canadian hand. Hey. I like using my nigger middle finger. Help me, I've been working at Memorial Hermann Southwest too long. My jeans are getting baggier, and I wear them around my upper thighs with my wiener hanging out of my boxers. I wear flat brim hats with the tags still on it, and I smell like Black and Mild cigarellos and old weed. Get me out of that place.
Boy, that's crazy, boy. That's some crazy hate, bro. Hey, it's crazy. So like I said, bro, F racism. And if you're a racist, F you too. That's just how I feel about it. The shoe fits, lace it up. If it doesn't fit, I'm not talking to you. I don't even know what else I can say, bro. You seen it all, you heard it all. And that's a doctor's assistant. You know? This person here is going to stick the IV in your arm. You know, if I go up in there, he might miss my vein about 15 times. Just to cause me pain. Just to, you know. Man, you don't want somebody like that walking around the hospital, bro. Especially if you got a group of friends that all feel just like he does. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That hospital is a dangerous place for minorities. Sad. It's sad. And as scary as it is to think about, there's a lot of other hospitals like that. Courthouses. Police stations. Police forces. You know. White supremacy is everywhere. That's the scary part. They're in positions of power. Anyway, man, some real food for thought. Racism is thriving. It's alive and well. Try not to become a victim of it, man. And don't put yourself in positions, unnecessary, stupid positions like on the wrong side of the law. Because, see, that's some slavery. And that's some that's some white supremacy that you don't even have to come into contact with. So don't put yourself in those positions, bro. That's a mess up. Anyway, bro, real food for thought, man. I'll let your boy.